Okay, here we are. This is about as good as it's gonna get for right now. I want to get my reflectors replaced. That's gonna be another $275 to get them all replaced because I'm gonna do it all. Not at all. I haven't taken all this off yet. Yeah, you know, still pretty shiny. I'm mostly happy, and it looks a lot better than it did before because it looked kind of like that. Actually, that's exactly what it looked like. So I'm gonna go run with that because I'm basically out of paint. That's gonna take 3/4 of a gallon, and I'll put my penguin and polar bear over there as soon as I get it painted. Hey, you know what? Most of my customers seem to be pretty good with it. That the fact that this is a work in progress. They tip me. I'm the business owner, and they tip me. See, it's kind of shiny. Can't find another shiny spot now. It's not shiny like that. This is, well, to be fair, there's a little bit of rain on there, and well, there's a dull spot. Again, this is only like the 4th or 5th paint job I've ever done. Yeah, I missed a spot right there. Wasn't trying to make this perfect. I just want it to look a lot better. And to me, this is kind of like used car shiny. What I mean, used car shiny, well, it's not even really that good either, but it's better than that used car part of this. So yeah, that needs a lot of paint. So yeah, it's not that shiny, but it's a lot better, and it's a lot better than any of my competitors. I can't do anything else with it at this point. I have to go back to work. I have 5 days to get my phone bill, which is $700, and then after that I got another 2 weeks to get the next month's electric bill is going to be $700, $675, $685. Might as well say $700. I owe $850 more on that fifth wheel camper. Then that will be out of the way, and then I need another $2,000 to get my bills down to about $750 a month. But then my phone bill will be back down to $205 a month. This month I missed a couple months, and I bought a speaker for $250. That's why my phone bill's $700. Actually, it really is $703. So, although this ain't the best, I've been rolling around like this for at least 3 weeks before I decided to park and do this paint job. Oh my God, why did I do this to myself? Now I'm behind on my bills again. I'm not going to be able to get the really nice Sprinter with a blown engine. It's right here in this town, but the body is perfect. I don't care, because at that point, when I put an engine into that car, I mean that truck, that Sprinter, it'll be just as good as a $40,000 Sprinter, because the engine will be a known value of good. Transmissions really don't ever have problems as much as engines. Transmissions usually outlast engines for sure. Hell, I might as well just throw a rebuild in that transmission while the engine's out. It's just as easy, and that's another $1,500. Why am I still flipping it with money? Because when I'm making money, I'm making it hand over fist at such a rate that I don't have to fucking care about it. And this is going to stay an ice cream truck, and it'll be my backup truck for the other one. And so I have 2 ice cream trucks, and then when the other one gets online, I'm going to throw an engine rebuild on this one too. But the caveat for this truck is I want a new transmission. Not that there's anything wrong with this mechanically. I want a 5 or a 6-speed transmission to reduce my fuel cost, on top of putting this vehicle on a biodiesel program where I can make fuel for it. And then yes, this will just be a backup, because this thing only gets like 12 to 15 miles per gallon on the highway. Now when I'm on route, yeah, I'm getting like, it's hard to say miles per gallon wise, because even though the fuel efficacy is increased, I'm only doing 5 miles per hour. So that would mean I'm only getting, well, at idle, it's a gallon every 3 hours. Again, that would put me at only 15 miles per gallon. So at that metric, I don't need to measure in miles per gallon. I need to measure in dollars per hour, which at highway speeds, this is, let's see, 15 for easy math, it's actually 16. 4 gallons an hour times, say 4 hours, this $16 an hour. Versus the Sprinter on the highway, it's probably going to be closer to doing this math in my head, $12 an hour. And at idle, I think it's probably going to be a lot more, because the vehicle's a lot lighter. This vehicle weighs 10,500 pounds. I don't think the Sprinter weighs, but about, I'm going to take a wild guess, say 4,500. But that other thing's going to need a lot of stuff. I need aluminum wheels, probably new tires. The guy says it only needs a fuel pump, so let's go with that. That's $800, and wheels and tires another $3,500. So right there, we're close to $5,000. It's money. It's money, baby. All this shit takes money. It takes money to make money. It takes a lot of money to make money. It takes copious amounts of money to make money. Just as this vehicle sits right here, if I had to put it all together, let's see, if I had to buy the freezer new, that was $29,000. I got a hell of a deal on it. I'm not going to tell you what it is. I have to buy the little freezer new, that's $1,500. If I had to buy this truck with this level of paint on it, and the level of mechanical surety that it has right now, another $35,000. The stickers and stuff, yeah, that adds up, but that's only like $1,000. Only $1,000. Yeah, that's how good this business treats me. I can talk about $1,000 flippantly, because I can make almost that in a day. And I think the tacos are probably going to be about 4 or 5 times better than this. Now, I will keep this. I will keep my ice cream business for me. Unless somebody mysteriously comes up with the $45,000 that I'm going to ask for this business. And it is a business. It's not just a truck. Now, these plugs said they want to buy this truck, and I kept telling them it's not for sale. And they said, well, how much is it really? I was like, well, it's $80,000. That was my polite way of telling them it's not for sale. I'd like to fix that right there and put an AC on the roof. Well, fixing that door is probably going to be $800 or $900, and then painting it, and then the rooftop units, $1,400, somewhere around there. Tax, handling, shipping, and then I'll have to reinforce the roof. This is fun just as it is. Just leave this. It's going to be a good backup. That's all it's ever going to be. And then I'll get another freezer. Or actually, what I want to do is ice cream truck 2.0 or 3.0, from 1.0 to. Well, I should tell the truth. This is my third truck. This is my second ice cream truck. The second truck failed. It got disassembled and took the crusher. It was a money pit. It was not worth it. So this is going to be, the next one will be Ice Cream Truck 3.0 directly from 1.0, because I want to build my own walk-in freezer in the back, versus 2.0, which is a Sprinter with freezers in it. It'll be 3.0, 3.1 because of other improvements. Yeah, I'm happy with this. I really am. You can see that from a mile away, where either the paint wasn't good right there or the clear coat didn't go as well as planned. And I really dig it. This is like my third or fourth paint job, and my first one on my own with no supervision or somebody to be there to hold my hand and answer questions about the process. I just went totally off of memory with something that I did in 2004, 19 years ago. So I think, despite not having a supervision, I'm rattling on. I am fucking really rattling on now. This will have to be fixed. This edge isn't painted up right, but again, I do have a lot involved in this process. I had to rebuild my compressor, which is like, ended up being like $900. And then the air hose was another $150. Paint gun, $50. So we're like $1,100, and then $500 worth of paint, which only got me that and that. So we're $1,600. Now, when I paid somebody to do this before, and it was they did a single stage paint, which is basically spray paint. See, that's just, I don't like that. It's chalky. It's not brilliant reflective. See that? That's brilliant reflective. That you can really see that. That's not. I mean, it's better than it was before I paid the $400 to have the whole truck sprayed. But he basically scuffed. He just scuffed it, and used one process paint. Right there, you can see. Now, right there is where I hit it with the 1000 grit to knock down. I had a couple runs right there. I can fix that. I can fix that with some. But I'm out of money, and I've got bills coming up. I got to go back to work. I have no option other than go back to work, and this is just going to have to be it. It still looks 1,000% better. And here's another problem. Now, here's why I had to paint it the first time. I had a tire explode and pinch off my exhaust pipe, and it was restricting the flow of exhaust, causing me to have to use copious amounts of, that's one of my favorite words, copious amounts of accelerator, which caused me to roll coal. Now, when all that carbon was coming out of here, it was building out all over the place. Somebody actually called the fire department because they thought my truck was on fire, and they pulled me over. It's like, no, I'm just rolling coal. But all that carbon covered all of my truck and ruined my paint job. It just stuck to it, and so it was, my truck was like gray, dingy for a while, until I got caught up on my bills, and got the $400 shitty paint job. Well, it was still better than being a dingy gray. Purpose of painting this truck white is to present the idea of wholesomeness and friendliness, and cleanliness. You know, you're eating this product. I'm giving you food. Technically and legally, it's not food, but yes, you're still eating it. It's prepackaged, so as long as my hands are relatively clean, I'm still only touching the outside of a packaging. I'm not touching your food. I wash my hands every day, every chance I get, but still, that's not the point. The point is, how does this look? Now, another part of having a nice, sharp truck is the experience. You want people to be happy to see your truck coming. You want people to be enjoyable, and because like when they see a filthy, dirty, nasty truck that's like looks like it's falling apart, it's not an enjoyable experience. And plus, they're going to assume that you're not taking care of the food. Whether or not that's the truth, oh well. There's this old man that's got this yellow and red one around here, and he's got this flip-top freezer, and I guarantee his product's probably freezer burned. Now, that's not me just character assassinating him because he's competition. That really is how that process works. I'm not in the business of bad-mouthing my competition. I can live with my competition. I actually sold balloon animals in Chicago, sold the exact same thing they did, and competed with 14 other. You know what? I never badmouthed any of my competition. I just did a better job. Case in point, I have a better truck. Case in point, I carry 40 products. This guy carries like 12. You can't satisfy people that way. And then he doesn't charge enough to be profitable. Well, that means that he can't afford to replace product when it goes bad, when it's freezer burn. If I occasionally get a freezer burn thing, like if one of my doors comes up on a freezer and a couple of them on the top layer or even a whole layer, I'll throw them right out because my business name is Premium Ice Cream Truck. I charge a premium, but I also give you the best product, and I never give you a bad product. And if it ever does slip by me, feeling the packaging and make sure everything's uniform and correctly shaped, because when you freezer burn, your product gets distorted, I will throw it away. Now, if I ever miss that and you call me on it, I will replace it. No questions asked. Quicker than a cat can lick its own ass. Yes, sir, that's right. Because I have a reputation to uphold. Reputation to me is more important than, well, quality is part of that reputation. So, anyhow, I do digress. I got a mess to clean up here because I couldn't find a heat gun to cut a round hole in the lid where I can put the trash in there and part of the lid there to keep it from blowing out. I got a lot of stuff to do around here. My dad died a couple years ago, and well, up and just about 3 or 4 months ago, I was really unable to handle life. Anyways, that's a whole other story, and I'd have to be on here for days, and I can do that, but I don't want to bore you. Roll tiger, roll butterfly, roll elephant, roll my new to me used car down the road. Not my Beamer, but again, whole other story. Late.